see. All right, you ready, guys?
Ready.
5, 6, 7, 8. My name is.
My bad.
You know the song. Okay.
Wait.
5, 6, 7, 8. My name is Sing it! You have to sing it with me!
Oh, yeah, sing it with you?
Yeah!
Wait, how did the song go again?
Come on now! I ain't been on
listen,
YouTube that
listen.
long. My name is Zada and I make Shakara. All day long, yes, ha ha ha, Shakara. Oh Lord J, Shakara. Oh Lord J. 5, 6, 7, 8. My name is Ada and I make Shakara. All day long, yes, ha ha ha, Shakara. Oh Lord J, Shakara. Oh Lord J.
Okay.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Ada Shakara and I'm back with another video. I have an exciting topic with some exciting people. And as you can tell by the title, we're talking about engineering while black. So before we get into it, I'm gonna start by just introducing my guests. I'm gonna start here.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris.
I'm Diontay.
And we are all engineers. Being in engineering, you know, predominantly white dominated field and male dominated field, it can be, you know, a struggle just because, you know, you don't see a lot of us around. So we're just gonna talk about some of the woes and some of the highs and the lows of engineering while black.
I heard that.
So can you talk a bit about your major? What is your majors?
My major is industrial and systems engineering.
My major is the exact same thing. I mean, we all are industrial engineers.
Can you guys like sit up? Cause like the light's hitting me. I want to tell y'all the same too. There we go. Okay. So we're all industrial engineers, and why did you choose industrial?
Well, I like the business side of engineering, and when I was mechanical, then I changed when I transferred schools. I eventually was like the business side, but I was already so deep in engineering, so I wasn't gonna switch to a business major. And plus, I need to make some money if I was gonna go to college. So I switched to industrial engineering.
Alright, I feel that. Well, mine is a little bit longer. So I wanted to be environmental engineering, but Wayne State doesn't offer it. So I ended up choosing chemical and made it through Orgo 1, Orgo 2, got to the weeder classes, and they weeded me out. You feel me? As a matter of fact, these two was there to, you know, push me and keep me going with engineering, because at that point I was down. Like, I was on my knuckles. But I mean, they helped me out, you know, took me to the IE side, said come on in, and now we all graduated together. You feel me? It ain't nothing like having a solid foundation of people behind you.
Daisy got all the money though.
Oh no, she big money over here.
Yeah, Daisy got all the money.
Pocket check.
I don't have any pockets on these jeans, so that means I ain't got no money. But but yeah, I chose industrial engineering just because like I liked how, like Chris said, the business aspect, and you know, I don't know, I wasn't trying to do any other engineering, so I don't think I would do engineering if I did not do industrial, to be honest. But yeah, I just liked how there's a lot of business aspects in it, and you know, good money, good pay, you feel me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just like, you know, I think this is me as I like started to learn more about the major. So yeah, but just like as far as like classes and coursework goes, how is it being black doing engineering? Like, what kind of experiences have y'all had?
Well, the best thing I can say come from being black in engineering is that you get to join NSB. And without NSB, I honestly think I don't know if I would have been able to do the engineering track, because it's a lot of dorks. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, we all dorks right here sitting in front of y'all.
What's NSB?
NSB is the National Society of Black Engineers. It's broken into 6 regions. I'm not gonna go through the mission statement and all that.
But the mission statement is to
increase the number of culturally responsible black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community.
All right, y'all.
This is not a promo video for NSB. I just want to make that be known. But NSB really, you know, it made engineering while black really worthwhile, I would say.
Man, and it's not even just the being around everybody that's black. It's just the gathering together and sharing the same problems and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's just like a push in the back. Like, you see all these other black people doing well, so it's just like, why not me? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, now granted, we all did serve on the e-board for NSB for a couple years. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we might have a little more ties to it, but
Yeah.
All in all, that's one good thing. But as far as the classes go,
being black, like, what kind of experiences have you had, whether good or bad?
I think only one time when we were in our IE classes, all the black people showed up on time. I think one time.
I actually have a video I can send you.
One time.
Send it to me.
If you want to pin it, but
Yeah.
it was one time. It felt good.
One time we
And
had
the thing
all the
is,
black people.
wasn't it supposed to be? It was like it was almost a snow day. Like the
Yep,
snow was
it
like
was
really,
bad
really,
outside.
and like a lot of people just did not show up.
But all the black people did.
Everybody that was black showed up.
Every other day though, we'd be late, strolling in.
Every
Like,
other day you see that one black person coming in late. Now granted, we the minority in the class too, so as soon as one of us walk in, but our graduating class actually had a lot of black people if you ask me.
Yeah,
Compared
we
to
were
like other
diverse.
schools, we had a pretty decent amount of black people.
yeah.
We had at least, I think out of the 70 people that graduated, or 60 people that graduated, we had at least 20 to 25
Yeah,
black
we
people.
were deep.
Yeah,
We
we
were
was
deep.
looking kind of deep. We was
were
kind of
deep.
deep. Shout out black people. Shout out.
Yeah. And even not just black, other minorities too. So that was definitely cool to see different colors, at least within our engineering curriculum. But I think one thing about our school is that it is pretty diverse. So like you will see like, you know, Hispanics, Middle Eastern, you'll see just a lot of different colors. So like when you do go into the work environment, it's like, oh, here's like all the like whitewashed area, and you're like trying to feel more like, okay, this is normal. This is what I have to get used to. But yeah, I don't know. As far as
Well, I'm gonna say this, Diontay. Did you feel a different vibe from your
with
classes
Kimmy?
from Kimmy to IE?
Ooh, that's what I was gonna say. Cause IE is like a strong black foundation. It's like even in there, like it's a strong presence of like people just being close, and like it's nobody that's really like, oh, they're this, they come from this background, let me look at them or treat them a different type of way. Just because if you got somebody like Chris in your classroom, he gonna kind of bring the classroom together because he just always talking normal to everybody. Just
What you trying
getting
to
the
say?
professor
Oh,
like,
God.
hey, yeah, what's up, Rickley? Like he just talks specifically to people, and he like kind of draws in the classroom in a way. But with Kimmy, when I tell you, I went from sitting in the front of the classroom to the back by the next semester because I failed the class 3 times. Like that's how many times you can fail it. I failed it 3 times. And I was sitting in the front the first semester. Everybody just seemed like they was smart and knew what they was talking about to at some point where it's like I was scared to approach somebody to ask for help. Like even the professor himself, just because like I get my exam, I look around everybody else's and like, oh, they passed. I was on borderline. Like, I don't know. It's just like a certain type of thing. I guess it's the people you encounter too. But it was probably like 2 other people I talked to. And it was only 2 black people in the entire class. And one of those 2 people were actually black. So, I mean, it really just depends. But Kimmy, it was nobody that was black in there really.
Sheesh, I ain't gonna say no names, but one old boy in there, and then we tried to get him to join Nesby.
He was not messing with it.
He was.
See, I mean, you literally come from a different background, or you like experience. It's based off your experiences, really. So he more so cling to other ethnicities and other people like from different backgrounds. But when I tried to talk to him, he was not messing with it. Like I was trying to study with him. I was trying to get help with him.
Right.
And he was just like, you can show up. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna be pressured to help you. And I mean, it's not really about the situation. Like I don't got nothing against them, but that's just my experience in Kimmy.
And I definitely think like the road to engineering was harder than the actual engineering. And I would say that because like the class we had to take like physics 2, calculus 1, 2, 3. And it's like when I got to actual industrial engineering, I'm like, okay, these people are chill, you know. But that's not the case for all engineering. I'm just saying that for industrial engineering. So
Well,
I don't know.
When I was in mechanical, I will say this, because there's so many more technical classes. A lot of the teachers is foreign. Like even when we took dynamics this summer, insider. That's why I'm laughing. But even when we took dynamics this summer, the teacher was foreign, and just like your high level math courses you did with foreign teachers and stuff like that. So I mean, at the end of the day, industrial engineering has the ability to have like American teachers because it's a business based engineering in a way. And you look at it's still engineering, but it's like a different side of engineering. Okay. So I think that's a plus for industrial engineering too.
Yeah, so everybody that's out there that likes to talk trash about industrial engineers, we still getting paid the same amount to do a job that we still got to work hard on.
Some of us get paid more.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Some of us get paid more.
Hey, we wake up enjoying our job for real, but hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. All right. So, like, have you had any, like, bad experiences that relate to you being black
While
being in engineering?
It's probably got to be, like, one time I was in I think it was a math class. Yep, it's a math class, and I took pretty much the honors math. So I took it with ESP, so Emerging Scholars Program, and we had group settings where we had to group up, and it had to be a different group every single time. So I was in this one group one time. I knew nobody. It was all white people. It was like it was one white girl, two white people, two white guys, and pretty much it was just a bad experience all around. Like, it was almost to the point where these two are sitting here and I was on the outside because they kind of closed off the circle a little bit. And it was just like they was talking to each other and then they were talking at me when they would be like, all right, so this is the answer. I'd say something. Because at that point, I was still shy. Like, I didn't go into NSBE. I didn't really start talking in front of people and everything. But they just closed me off completely. And it kind of shocked me a little bit. I think the class was Calculus 2. Yeah, it might have been Calc 2. And it was a bad experience. But, I mean, my professor, he made up for it. Like, he real cool dude. But, I mean, it really just, you got to take what you got and make what you want in those type of situations, for real. So you just take those moments and just grow from it.
What about you?
Well, it's been a couple times, but just one that stands out the most is probably MATLAB, bro, to be honest with you, because I kept getting an all-white group, bro, every time. And I took this class 3 times, and I kept getting an all-white group.
It'd be like that in engineering, so don't look at us crazy.
Bro. The first group, I had a black girl in it. I take that back, because Renee was in my first group.
Shout out to Renee! But
I just couldn't pass the test by myself. Like, the group project, everything I did with them was good. The second time I took it, I was with all white people, bro. Bro, they left me hanging on the project, bro. Like, they let me drown completely. Like, I was asking for help. They just kind of let me drown, bro. They just like, bro, I don't know what to tell you type at the time. I'm like, bro, what? And then I'm like, if I pass the project, I'm going to pass the class. Y'all going to help me out? It was like, nah. So I ended up failing the project and the class. So then the third time I took it, I just learned it myself. I was like, all right, I'm just going to do everything myself. And then I finally got out that boy. So, I mean, as far as that, it's just like, I don't know. It make your effort, being black engineer, it make your effort, like, once you realize you black engineer, your effort will match your grind.
You gotta try much harder to do the same thing.
You're gonna try harder. You're gonna try harder once you realize you black. See, me, I was always a people person, so I never really had to have my effort match my grind, if that makes sense. I just talk to people and then they teach it to me an easier way, or I learned it an easier way. But then once I realized I was black engineering, it don't happen like that.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't a people's person, so I just always had to learn it myself. But when you need help and you can't find nobody your same skin color, and you like, bro, I'm from Detroit. Like, we go to black people, and I ain't got nobody. You can't fall off. You just gotta suck up your confidence and go talk to somebody else.
I would say for me, I think it's just like a subtle kind of feeling of like, first of all, you're black and you're a girl, so I'm gonna ask somebody else for a second opinion. Oh, they said the same thing that you said? Okay, I guess you were right. Like, you couldn't take my word for it in the first place?
We could take today for an example. Just because me and Daisy work at the same company, she thinks she sent my report in for a class.
This teacher said, so we work for the same company, and we had to write papers, and we had to say, okay, my company does this, we do this, da-da-da-da. So my teacher gonna say, did you take Chris's report? Please submit yours.
That's wild.
I said, we work for the same company, so, many of our information will be the same, but I can assure you that I didn't see his paper, nor did he send it to me.
For one, she's in our company in Illinois. I'm in Massachusetts. So we do completely different things. Like, not even halfway similar. Not even halfway similar.
And I second guessed myself. I had to reread my paper. I'm like, wait, I never even saw his paper. Like, so why am I feeling like I'm a criminal when I did nothing wrong? So I just didn't like that. And but I definitely feel that both sometimes from teachers and like also from students. And I think like sometimes people are a bit like surprised when they like just hear us speak or like see that you're actually kind of smart. Oh, you articulate yourself. Like, why is that a surprise? Like,
and I feel like that's kind of why a lot of times I play dumb, just because like I don't want to intimidate nobody. Like when I'm in a room with a couple people, I actually am very, very intellectual, like very, very, very intelligent, and I kind of play the dumb role sometimes just to make other people comfortable. But like now that I'm grown, I'm done doing that. I'm done dumbing down what I do, done dumbing down what I say. to benefit the other people around me. Like if you can't keep up, you just can't keep up. So
I ain't talking fast, you listening slow.
yeah, okay.
See, that's the thing too. Like it'll have you looking at your self confidence. Like, dang, I don't know what's going on. Like I feel stupid.
No, yeah.
Like, that really pushes a lot of people away from engineering too. Just because those beginning classes, they don't either find somebody that looks like them, or somebody tells them one thing and they hold on to it and just keeps replaying in their head like, dang, I really can't do this.
I mean, and then you gotta find your strong suit too. Like all three of us, I feel like we all different. Like me, I know how to talk. I could talk my way out of anything. I could turn lemons into apples if you tell me. That, like, you know what I'm saying? We all got our strong suit. Tay the thinker, Tay will figure it out without even getting taught. He just stare at it, he figure it out. And then Daisy, she get the epiphanies. She be like, oh man, I got it. I finally get it. She go watch the videos on YouTube, teach herself. And then, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta find your niche. You gotta find your strong suit, make it work for you. So like for example, when I say that, like for a group project, I'm not gonna be the one to say I'm gonna do all the math portion of the group project. I'll be like, I'll do the presentation because I know I could present it in a way where it'll give us more points. So I mean, that's a lot of things people gotta realize when they in the industry.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So now that we are technically done, we've graduated, all right. So like, what do you have to say looking back? Like, what advice would you give to engineers and Black engineers, like who are considering engineering or are already in the program trying to get through it and like are like, man, let me look at a different degree, let me look at a different department? What would you say to them?
Man, I definitely say like, I mean, people always are like, you know what, you got it, good job. When you get down, pick it back up and keep on going. I'm not even about to give you that type of like advice for real. Like, man, it's gonna be some days where you really just feel like you not gonna make it. Like, I tell you, I done cried in the library a couple times just cause I'm like, man, this engineering thing ain't it. But it really come down to having a strong, sound like group around you. Like, you gotta have friends. You don't even gotta have family. Like, it determines like the situations y'all encounter in college will literally make you closer than anything else. Like, I've been in school for what, 5.5 years? It's been a roller coaster of 5.5 years. I'm not gonna lie, but I made it. I tell you, like, I made it. I ain't the strongest person there is. Like, I graduated high school with an 8th grade reading level, so I knew all that little biology, all that other stuff. Anything with reading was not for me.
Right.
Like what Chris is saying, find your strong suit, find a group of people to hold on to. And just, I mean, you really just gotta suck it up for real. It's gonna be a roller coaster. You're gonna grow, you're gonna develop, but you, at the end of the day, you're gonna be a different person.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Nah, see, I'm the same way. I'm not gonna just tell y'all that it's just a breeze. Just keep grinding, because that's what everybody gonna tell you. To be honest with you, you need to just go ahead and believe in yourself for one. For two, find you a team of people doing the same things you do. For example, you're gonna have a lot of friends in your life, but your friends eventually weed themselves out of your life when you on your right path. So I've lost so many friends on my journey to being where I am today that I can look back on and say, I don't even know how we was friends to begin with. Like, it's a lot of friends you're gonna not even talk to anymore. Like, if they call you, y'all all cool and all, but they not on the same path. They not on the same work ethic. They not on the same grind as you. So they weed themselves out. You don't even have to worry about cutting them off, nothing. It weed itself out. It work itself out for you.
You from a distance, dog.
That's how they do.
So that's just what I'm gonna say on that. It's just looking back, just look for people that you think are in the same stratosphere as you when on your ethic, on your ground, or doing what you want them to do.
That's it. That's good. That's good. For me, I would definitely say there were some days where I'm like, man, did I choose the right path? Did I choose the right school? I can't. And I definitely questioned my intelligence for many semesters in school. I'm just like, bro, was I really smart or was I just skating through high school, you know? But I definitely think like I had to always imagine myself where I wanted to be and like where I would be if this all paid off, you know? And another thing is that like I'll think about like 3 semesters ahead on one day and I'll be stressing myself out. You could talk to them about it. I would be stressing myself out like I have to take this class and this class and this class. Bro, slow down, bro.
Daisy wrote a map for her schedule for the last 3 semesters, 7 different ways. We didn't even have enough classes for her to do that 7 different ways, but she rewrote it 7 different times. And I'm like, Daisy, just stick to the first one, bro.
You got it. Hey, but one thing I will say is don't take Daisy's recommendation for classes that you don't got.
Oh, no, don't take that.
Bro.
we took a class that we knew nothing about. It was tough. Like this man, we would ask him a question, he'd ask us a question back. We'd ask him another question based on the question, he'd ask us another question back. We like, bro, can we get an answer, please? Like it was a master.
No, we love the teacher to death. We love the teacher to death.
We love
But
him.
man, bro, that
We like, is it sky blue? I don't know. Well, what do you call blue? Like, it's like there is a definite answer to this, and you're playing with me.
Oh, another thing I'm gonna add too. Don't compare yourself to your team either. Like when you're in the same group of people and y'all all doing the same thing, all y'all gonna be successful. So why are you comparing yourself to your bench?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like I mean, one of us in the group, I'm not gonna say the name, always got a better score. So if I would let that get to me all the time, I would be like, man, I'm not competing. It's just like, okay, you did good, I did good too. Not as good, but we gonna be at the same, spot at the end of the day every time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just.
Hey man, and on that same note, like to be 100, because this day's thing, like to be 100, I was the one with the higher score. But these two got full positions, bro. Like we all, but no. We all gonna be at the same spot. Like you got,
You're coming too,
bro.
man.
I'm right there with them. Don't worry about it.
Right. I'm not even worried about you. Why
Right,
you
bro.
I'm
I'm
not
worried.
I'm not.
No, but look, just let it be known. Also, your GPA do not define you, bro. Like it don't. If you got that mouthpiece, you good.
Bro, I had a 2.1 and I had 3 internships back to back with a 2.1. No, that's no cap at all. I could send y'all screenshots. I had a 2.1. 2.1.
Now we want you to grind though. We're not
Don't do that. Don't make it hard on yourself. Don't make it hard for me for sure. But I had a 2.1 and I just knew how to talk. Like that 2.1 didn't define me. I went in there, interview, and act like I had a 4.0. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Know your worth. Bring your skills to the table and be like, shoot, this is what I'm gonna bring to your company. So you need me, and like theoretically, you really do need me.
Diversity and inclusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. You sign that paper. But all right. Yeah. Any last words? I think that was pretty good. Pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, find your grind, find your purpose, and keep on pushing for real.
For sure.
All we could do what's next for us. I mean, like after like
Next chapter.
So next chapter for me, I'm moving to Massachusetts. I'm taking a job over there, manufacturing job. Nothing major. Just I'm gonna absorb all the knowledge. I'm gonna absorb all the knowledge I can. I wrote down I'm working on a 3 to 5 year plan out there. I might not be out there forever. Massachusetts might not be for me. My end goal is Texas, somewhere in Texas. I don't want the cold weather anymore. I'm tired of it. I like my 4 seasons, but I could visit somewhere and get my 4 seasons. I don't want to live there for 4 seasons.
I don't think anybody visiting somewhere cold.
Not Michigan at least.
I mean, I'll come back to the city in the cold just for a weekend, then go back to the heat. You feel me? But that's next for me. I'm working on some other things. I got a podcast coming along.
What's the podcast?
It's called Facts Over Acts. It's a sports podcast with my homies. I'm working on that.
Tap in.
I'm trying to get my mechanic license next and my contractor license. Trying to do some independent contracting and some mechanic work.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm just gonna keep grinding. The grind. This is the beginning of the grind.
Right.
This is the beginning of the grind.
This is a new chapter, yo.
Sure.
We got through the first 2 chapters with the high school and college. Now it's the the plot coming to play. The plot coming to play. You feel me?
We starting to grow into them streams. That studying stuff, it wouldn't really allow us to do as much with the streams. But now we got a little bit more free time to get some of them more streams.
Oh, I'm being the gym heavy too. The gym heavy. I'm about to get right back to where I was when I was playing baseball, basketball. I'm about to get right back there. So now I got time on my hands.
Hey, find you an accountability partner too.
For sure. For me, I'm starting a role in Illinois as a materials control specialist.
Oh.
And
can I have $1?
Please.
Yes. And
y'all heard that.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm excited for that. It would definitely be different to be full time and like working. Like I'm still like, wait, you want me to pay rent? But yeah, so that's one thing. Of course, more at that Shakara YouTube videos for you, and just like other things that I'm interested in, like trying to get more into sewing and stepping into my business bag. You know what I'm saying? Just more things that are coming down the road that I'm excited to share with you guys.
Sewing, hold on, you sew?
A little bit. I'm learning how to, but I'm still getting there. I'm not cold at it yet, but I can sew a fabric to a fabric.
So if I got some, I don't know. So if I got some socks that I'm trying to save, some clothes, so I could send them to you.
If you want to what?
Some socks. If I got a hole in my sock, you know how you get a hole in my sock.
You could, but why would you? You can't just go buy some new socks.
Yeah, but hey, bro, I got some Kobe limited edition socks. If they get a hole in them, I'm gonna have to get them sold. I can't throw away the coats.
Okay.
What type of time?
Yeah, I can do that, low-key.
But I mean, hey, you see what they all talking about? Multiple streams of income. But right now, I'm working at Eaton Aerospace. You feel me? In the NASA bag. No, but right now I'm just working on I'm getting like consulting for trading stocks. So I'm doing that. Trying to hit the goal of reading like 10 books by the end of the year. I work on cars already, but I'm trying to get more into working on cars. End up tapping into real estate. You know, I'm about to be a little bit in every bag. You feel me? I'm about to be in their bag, my bag, sending them cash out requests when they getting paid on Fridays. You feel me? We in everybody bag. But that's really all I'm just trying to figure out right now. I'm mobile to move out of state, to be real, but hey man, family here. So if I'm here, if they here, I'm here.
What's up?
Texas is definitely the end move though. Y'all heard that.
I mess with Texas, you know, Houston, you know. I can mess with Houston, you know what I'm saying?
I just wanted to be high every day.
All right, well, thank y'all for joining me. It was a pleasure. I definitely think this was a great little run, you know what I'm saying? Very natural, very flowing. No scripts, no,
she pulled up, set her stuff up, and we just started talking.
Roll with it, because that's how it be when it's natural, you know what I'm saying? With your bros, you know what I'm saying? But all right, we're going to sing the song one more time, and we're going to get out of here.
See, she really pulled up and rolled with it. We don't know the song perfectly, so catch this on this one.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. My name is Ada, and I make Shakara all day long. Yes, ha ha ha, Shakara. Oh Lord, J Shakara. Oh Lord, J.
Okay, really? And that's a wrap.
My name is Ada, and I make Shakara.
My name is Ada, and I make Shakara.
Yes.
My name is Ada, and I make Shakara all day, all
long, yes, ha ha ha, Shakara. My name is Ada, and I make Shakara all day long, yes, ha ha ha, Shakara. Oh Lord, J Shakara. Oh Lord, J.